of children. Children are viewed as burdens, and oftentimes couples that have two children, they treat them as trophies instead of treasures. Now, I often mention in the talk, our talks, and when I speak alone, it's not about judging anybody. We have an entire generation of women that bought into a big lie. Many blindly bought into it, had no idea. And that is why we have such a huge number of women that are experiencing contraceptive regret. That is a syndrome. I came up with that name, and I'm surprised how many women nod their heads when I talk to them, because they believed, some of them believed they were only supposed to have 2 children. And now they are grieving, mourning the children that they willingly prevented. So it's oftentimes when I'm out with my children, and some of the women that speak with me will say, women will come up and they'll confide their heartache to you. You know, I wanted to have more, but my husband wouldn't let me. I wanted to have more, but I really needed to do my career. You know, I waited too late. I thought I could have my babies after I got my career in, and then I was infertile. There's so much pain among women and regret out there. It's really, really heart-wrenching. So here we are at a Right to Life convention, and you might be thinking, but wait. Aren't we supposed to promote birth control? Doesn't that keep abortions down? You know, what do we tell these girls? Isn't that right? Well, it's wrong. Guttmacher Institute, the research arm of Planned Parenthood, their own research arm, reports that 56% of women that show up at the abortion clinic to have abortions say it is because of failed contraception. 56%. More birth control, more abortion. Planned Parenthood knows this. They put girls intentionally on low-dose birth control, knowing darn well they'll be back within a couple months for an abortion. If you hear any of the Planned Parenthood workers that have walked away speak, they say when they come in for their birth control pills, that's when we form the trusting relationship that gets them back in the door to pay for their abortion. Well, let's look at this at a little different angle, okay? So here we are, 75% plus women out there are on the pill or have been on the pill. Why is this okay? I have people say to me, you know, keep your Catholic issue away from me. I love when they say that, because this is far broader than a Catholic issue anymore. I'm going to interchangeably use the pill and hormonal contraception, because they are all the same chemical put off in a woman's body, whether it's the pill, Norplant, the rod, the patch, NovaRing, Meridia IUD, which lets off the chemicals in the body, 3-month shot. They all have the same poison that is let off in a woman's body. Well, you might be thinking, you know, what are you talking about? Poison? There's no poison in that. Really? Well, any progestin estrogen combination, steroid medication, which are these contraceptive modes, are categorized by the World Health Organization as a Group 1 carcinogen. They are in the same category as cigarettes and asbestos. So why is it okay for little 12-year-old girls to be taken into the pediatrician's office and a mother encouraged to put them on the pill for acne or for cramps, or sometimes the mother's asked to go back to the waiting room so that the doctor can let this little 12-year-old decide if they want to go on the pill? Why is that okay when this is a steroid, when in fact boys in high school aren't allowed to use steroids to lift weights? Athletes get in big trouble. They get kicked out of their sports if they use steroids. Why is it that no one's talking about the fact that little girls and women should not be on a Group 1 carcinogen? Because it's politically incorrect, and giving these contraceptives, it is the feeder system into the abortion industry's profits. SEER data at the National Cancer Institute tell us that there has been a 400% increase in non-invasive, or what they call in situ, which means in medical terms the same place at the breast area, cancer in premenopausal women since 1975. Okay? What does that mean? What I'm talking about here today is how does abortion, which some studies say increase breast cancer risk by 193%. How does hormone replacement therapy given to postmenopausal women and the birth control pill all tie together to lead to higher abortion rates? What is causing this 400% increase, which I'm sure many of you have never heard in the mainstream media? Well, women who use a hormonal contraceptive of any form for more than 5 years are 4 times more likely to get cervical cancer. Just a few stats here. Young women who use hormonal contraceptive for 4 years prior to the first full-term pregnancy have a 52% increase in their risk for breast cancer. That's Mayo Clinic. That last stat came from the Agency on Research of Cancer from the World Health Organization. These are secular sources. A person's belief on abortion have nothing to do with these statistics that I'm telling you about. Hormone replacement therapy was marketed to women as being a drug that would keep them young and sexy and healthy and help them keep from getting those postmenopausal sweats and irritating symptoms. And so, lo and behold, in 2002, what happened? They came out and on the evening news, they announced, oops, we made a mistake. We said it was going to keep you healthy and sexy and young, but instead we found out that it's causing deadly breast cancer. 64% of sales dropped on the market, which was equivalent of 15 million women taking themselves off hormone replacement therapy. And in 4 years, approximately 4 years, it led to a 26% drop in breast cancer, that in situ breast cancer. So finally, this past October, the New York Times reports it. You know, the mainstream media and the Mainstream Medical Association, they take a long time to come around to the facts when it's something that is feeding their, bread and butter, really, when it comes to how often they give out the contraceptives and the abortion. So the Journal of American Medical Association came out and they said, yep, it's causing deadly breast cancer. Women should only use it for short terms if they must. But guess where they stopped? They stopped short of saying, oh, and by the way, do you know what the connection is between hormone replacement therapy we're giving postmenopausal women and the pill and other hormonal contraceptives that were given to younger women? Do you know what the difference is? Oh, it's the same drug. It's just that the younger women with healthy ovaries, they need a dose about 6 times as much as the hormone replacement therapy that's causing the deadly breast cancer. Has anybody ever heard that in the media? So, do you think we should start talking about this to these young girls? I think it's time. It's amazing that there is an awareness campaign. It's not an awareness campaign going on in every college campus, in every media place across the country, on TV, on the radio. What do we get instead? I turned on my TV last night when I got to my hotel, and I like to do this when my kids aren't around because I want you at some point to pick your moment and see how many birth control commercials are on the channels right now. Unbelievable. And they're targeting our young girls, they're targeting high school, college-age kids. It's unbelievable. There is a seamless pink ribbon that goes from the contraceptive, pill, or any other method, and the hormones it puts off in the body, over to breast cancer, and over to abortion, which I want to get to next.